What's up guys, welcome back to Bake It Better. So this is going to be a bit of a weird video, and it's going to be the start of a new series that I'll be occasionally uploading. The best part of baking is the experimenting and trying something new. Today's experiment was courtesy of a viewer who asked if I could show how to make Turkish delight. Now I love Turkish delight, and I have never made it before, so I was excited to try to make some. So join me while I try to create this surprisingly tricky confectionery. So first we need to make a sugar syrup. Into a pot we can add our water, the sugar and the lemon juice. We'll place this on high and let it cook up to 110 degrees Celsius. Now is a good time to actually talk about what Turkish delight is. It is a type of confectionery that utilizes a gel of starch and sugar. I would put it in between a marshmallow and pâte de fruits in terms of consistency. It is typically flavored with rose water, but I'll be making a banana flavored one. We can also use this time to prepare our cooling area. So using the same setup from the chocolate caramels episode, we'll grab the marble slab, the sulpat, and the candy bars. Also, just like our marshmallows episode, we'll create a 50-50 blend of cornstarch and icing sugar, and we'll dust this over top the cooling area. We can set this aside while we finish the Turkish delights. Now that the sugar is at temperature, we can take it off the heat and set aside. This next step requires me to use my shallow-walled pan, which doesn't work on my induction burner. So we have to take this whole setup and move literally 3 feet to my right. Welcome to the rest of my kitchen. So into this pan, we will add the cornstarch and the lemon juice. We'll add a small amount of water and whisk it in. We can add in the remaining water and mix completely. We'll place this on medium heat and continue whisking until the mixture thickens. We can then stream in some of our sugar syrup and whisk to combine. Add in the remaining syrup and whisk together. Now this is where the really laborious part of Turkish delight making comes in. We'll reduce the heat to medium-low and whisk frequently for about 45 minutes. I'm not going to edit out any of the whisking so you can see just how much work it is to create this. This also gives me time to offer some insight, now knowing what the end result is like. As you can see, the mixture takes on a kind of greyish tone as I'm whisking, and that is a result of the whisk scraping along the pan. In the next reiteration of me trying this, I think I'm going to be using a spatula instead of a whisk, hopefully to try to avoid getting that discoloration. But because of the color, it is hard to see the slight amber hue that the mixture will get when it gets to the correct temperature. At this point, my wrists are killing me, and I have a suspicion that I'm close to the temperatures as the mixture is getting very thick. I make the executive decision to take it off the heat and to add in the final components: the vanilla, the banana flavor, and the yellow food coloring. I'll spread this into our prepared cooling area, trying my best to spread it out with a spatula. When it's ready, we'll dust it off with our icing sugar and cornstarch mixture and let it sit for a minimum of 4 hours and ideally overnight. So we've let the mixture set for a while and we can start to take the frames off. The mixture is extremely sticky, so be sure to coat your knife in the dusting powder to prevent misshapen squares. And upon slicing into it, it's pretty clear that my initial fear of it being undercooked is indeed true. It's pretty tasty, but yeah. And yeah, here's the final result. Clearly, the sugar was not cooked long enough to reach the correct temperature, and therefore has resulted in a soft, semi-liquidy mess. As delicious as it is, it has the consistency of snot, which, for obvious reasons, makes it pretty unappealing. Now I do plan on revisiting this in a future episode to truly show you how it's made, but after all that mixing and whisking, I think I'm going to give my hands a break for a little while. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. I hope you found it entertaining and informative. If you have any suggestions on things I should try to make, please leave me a comment down below. Thank you for watching. I'll meet you back here in my kitchen for the next episode. I'll see you then.